So if you've stayed with me from the opening, I'm going to ask you to go just a bit further so we reach our end. 4-punch combination. 1, 2, 3, 6. The first 3 have gone 1, 2, 3 quite nicely. Why? The odd numbered strikes are always your less dominant hand. Your even numbered strikes are those coming from the dominant side. Reason being, the 4 is the counterpart to the left hook, and that is the right hook. The 5 is back to the left uppercut. The 6 is the right uppercut. So we in essence skip 2 numbers to get to that 4th punch we want to complete this effective combination. Why? Hook followed by another hook is not really a natural progression that'll open itself much in a fight sequence. If you've thrown here at a guy, chances are his defense is going to involve both hands coming up simultaneously and the same way. So following with a right hook, it's not as natural a strike, and he's probably closed that door. We don't want to double left-left, so after the left hook, we're not going to reload the left side and try to throw a left uppercut, which would be weaker than its right counterpart, which leaves us with only the right uppercut. Now, I'm an Evander Holyfield fan. Favorite boxer of all time, only 5-time heavyweight champ in the history of the sport. Very underrated and under-respected in my eyes. But I will tell you, if we want to examine history in the sport of boxing, no fighter ever threw hooks and uppercuts more effectively than Mike Tyson, who, for what it's worth, Holyfield beat twice. But that's another day, another lesson. Off that left jab comes an effectively thrown straight right. Off that straight right comes an effectively thrown left hook. Off this left hook, now reloaded in a beautifully poised right hip, is going to be the right uppercut. Again, as I've preached thus far, everybody wants to throw the uppercut like Popeye the Sailor Man. We're winding this thing up, carnival style. I don't need to bore you with the whys as to why we don't want to do that. You got that by now. Arguably as dangerous a mistake as any, though, would be to digress from our straight as possible path, if you will, to throw that uppercut. So I've just thrown that hook. All right, I've reloaded this right hip. What I want to do, in essence, is I want to throw this right uppercut like it's coming out of my armpit. I'm going to drop only so slightly. I'm going to allow this elbow to lower only the slightest distance. And then I'm going to shoot that thing straight up into his chin. Boom. That is from here. Again, if anything, a pivot and a toe tap, much like the straight right, because by this point I'm deep in the pocket and I'm going to pop that straight up out of my armpit. I'm not looping. I haven't dropped the elbow or the rest of my torso, my core, far to the right side, because that now takes me out of a strong stance and puts me far more on the defensive. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. Just the 3 and the 6. Boom, boom. The 6, this hip is elevating. I'm turning it and I'm elevating it because the uppercut is exactly as it implies. It is cutting up, unlike any punch that has preceded it. If you think about the names of these things, they are named as such with purpose. A jab does just that. It jabs or synonymously pokes at you. The straight right couldn't get more simple. It's straight and it's a right hand. The hook, it hooks. The uppercut cuts up. Not from down here, out of the armpit. I'm protecting on the left side. Bam. Bam. Tyson was so famous. Hook, uppercut, uppercut, hook, uppercut, uppercut. He was like a Tasmanian devil. It was like a tornado that just ripped through his opponents. If he was able to invade the pocket, everything was tight in the pocket, and the damage began. So again, to show you all four now, 1, 2, 3, 6. Naturally, my return of hands is to my head. It's like they're still attached to those strings, but those strings might as well be elastic, because after point of impact, they come back. My footwork, so valuable. The cadence is 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 6. 6. Hip, like a piston, driving up. Use your legs. No punch in the combination is any harder, most likely if thrown effectively, than that right uppercut, because it is both the closing of the hip and the elevation of it. Check it out.